If you are watching this video, I'm assuming you are one of three types: a prospecting rider, a new rider, or a veteran rider who has nothing going on and decided to watch random videos on YouTube. I applaud you. Whichever type you land on, I welcome you to the Smokey Media channel, and today we are discussing how much it cost me to start riding a motorcycle from scratch. A quick background: I started riding motorcycles 2 weeks ago from the day I recorded this video, which makes my knowledge on pricing very fresh. This goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I know you know you, and I know that you know that I know you.
I know you know you, and I know you know that I know you.
There is gonna be a disparity on pricing from someone with granny's inheritance who hit it big with 0-day options on spike hauls, buying the new Arpilla RS457 as their first bike just to upgrade in 2 weeks into a Ducati Panigale V4, to a more humble crack mansion enthusiast who started on a clapped out CBR 300, then upgrading into an even more clapped out Gixxer 600, which allegedly does 180 miles per hour. So with that being said, this can be used for a lower middle ground baseline for anyone's experience starting their motorcycle journey. Let's start with the first thing you are going to need: a motorcycle. This can be a bit controversial because some would say you need the MSF course before the motorcycle, but in my case, if I didn't practice on the driveway of my crack mansion, I most likely would have failed the MSF course because of my lack of confidence on a bike. The first time I got on a bike was 2 days before the MSF course, and I was very uncomfortable sitting on that bike. It was as uncomfortable as trying to ask the girl at Starbucks for her number, only for her to not hear you, then you end up asking where the bathroom is. And if my first time ever getting onto a bike was during the MSF course, I can almost say with a certainty that I would have failed the course. This can also be because I have a learning curve of a Robinhood Traders portfolio. Now, the motorcycle I got was a 2018 CBR 300R for $3,000, or the asset equivalent of 79 Galaxy gas canisters from Walmart. Yes, Walmart sells them. Anyway, if I spent $1,500 more, I could have gotten a decent looking used R3 or a Ninja 400, but if is a very big word. If my crack mansion was bigger, it would have been a crack palace. If the gloves fit, then OJ would have been in prison. See where I'm going with this? Now, I'm gonna tell myself that the CBR 300R was actually a good purchase because of its fast resale value and low mileage. I actually like this bike. I also do think it has a great resale value because the bike has already depreciated from its initial value, and it looks good for the price. So the first expense was a motorcycle, which in my case was $3,000, but for the majority, I honestly think that spending that extra $1,500 to get the used R3 or Ninja 400 is a great plan.
What are the plans? I forgot!
There are more expenses associated with owning a motorcycle, but we'll get into that later in the video. Let's move on to expense number 2, the MSF course. This can be expense number 1 for 50% of people, or expense number 2 for the other 50. It really depends on what you want to prioritize. Like how Walmart prioritized selling Galaxy gas to the masses. I firmly believe that this course is required, especially if you have never rode a motorcycle before, and the course gives you a motorcycle endorsement on your license, making you legal to ride.
It's official. I am now licensed!
They also provide motorcycles, so if you don't own one, you don't need to worry. In my area, the course costs $450, a bit hefty I would say. I mean, you could have gotten 13 canisters of Galaxy gas with that kind of cash. Alright, enough with the Galaxy gas jokes, they're actually really bad for you. Going back to the topic at hand, I would also say the MSF course was worth it, especially after seeing the amount of work the instructors put in. So, at this point, you have your used CBR 300R and passed the MSF course, granting you a motorcycle endorsement. Congratulations. So now all we need is registration, insurance, maintenance items, boots, helmet, gloves, and a jacket. If you want to ride safely and legally, that is. With that, expense number 3 is registration and insurance. Yup, Uncle Sam and his billionaire buddies want some of that hard-earned money of yours.
Galaxy gases aren't going to sell themselves.
So, after you buy your motorcycle, you obviously have to register it to get a license plate. And for me, that cost $40 for 2 years of registration. As for my insurance, my monthly premium as a new rider on my CBR 300R is $18 a month for liability. I did take the course, so my premium was reduced. Now that the CBR 300 is ready to hit the road, we have to get some protection, alluding into expense number 4, protection. This is where the pricing disparity can come into play again. The trust fund kid can buy the AVG Pista, while the Lord of the Crack Palace can only afford a Temu helmet, which I do not recommend. I personally bought a EC22.06 rated carbon helmet for $550. I did get it off of a sketchy website, but it was $250 cheaper than Revzilla because it hasn't been imported into the US yet, so I say it was worth it. Then I bought the Cerchi Gauntlet gloves for $100. I was going to just buy the first gauntlet gloves that popped out on Revzilla, but I physically went to a Cycle Gear shop. I tried some stuff on and found these gloves for a really good price. So I encourage new riders to go try stuff on before buying them online. You might find something you actually like. Then I bought a Cerchi jacket with level 2 padding for $130. It was actually $200, but the physical store had them for sale. Again, going to the actual store might be beneficial, and it's also fun looking at gear. Then my boots. The SuperTech R's I got were $500 after taxes. If I bought them online, it would have been $600 after taxes. Call me the arbitrage trader if you will. You can honestly get away with buying boots from Ross for like $40, but I am planning on tracking, and that's the only reason why I bought these boots. I cannot just wear jeans when I ride, but I will be buying actual pants to ride in, which will cost around $120, so we'll just add that in there. Starting all the way from scratch, we are at a grand total of $4,908, or the equivalent of 129 canisters of Galaxy. Stop it. Anyway, that is how much it cost me to start my motorcycle journey. Well, there you have it, a comprehensive, slightly condescending new rider review. Let me know in the comments below how much you spent on your first journey into the motorcycle world. Hope you enjoyed.